Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Tamriel, and sadly, I gotta say that this is not a live recording of the episode because something happened with my webcam. But before we do that, observe.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god. Sorry. It's just the immature me comes out, and I decided I would try the slash dance emote because I've never seen my character do a dance, and I wanted to see what it looks like. And seeing the sexy dance or the erotic dance along with the moaning noises just goes to show what kind of audience Tera was trying to go for. I mean, I should have known. I should have gotten a hint by all the bikini armor that I see on my character wears and lack of armor that my character has. But that was just after doing the emote, I was like, that is hilarious. I have to open up with that. I had to open up my video with that. Sadly, the webcam portion has been corrupted. I have no idea what happened. I think I closed it. I didn't finish the recording, and I closed it out instead of finish recording, so it never turned into an actual video file that could be compressed, which sucks. It's kind of bad on my part. First time in a long time that I messed up like that. So you get a non-live recording of me blabbering over the gameplay of Tera. So hopefully I can make it entertaining enough, and we can talk about Tera in general. What I absolutely love so far about the game, as you can see here in gameplay, is the ability to run around and just kill mobs around here as a way for like a side quest or like a grind quest. I like that ability, and like that Tera gives you the chance to grind a little bit if you want to grind. And it's not really that difficult to grind. You just round up mobs together, get them all to bunch up, or try to get them all to bunch up in one little spot, and then kill them right then and there. And it's kind of neat, this system that kind of allows you to choose how you want to level and how you want to gain experience. I think that's actually really cool. And honestly, game itself, all the little things make this game so much better. I'm not even kidding. Like, the gameplay and combat is pretty fun. I like that you actually have to aim where you gotta shoot or where you gotta attack, which is, it's pretty awesome if you think about it. A lot of games usually have, like a tap targeting system, or most MMOs, most traditional MMOs have a tap targeting system where you select a target and you use abilities on it and it hits usually, or it calculates the chance to hit and chance to miss or dodge, evade, or whatever, and then it kind of executes the damage. But this game doesn't really do that. It just, you fire or you don't, you hit it or you don't, which I think is kind of cool about this game. Let's go ahead and get a couple more over here. I kind of take time to, I don't know, do some of these grind quests every now and then, because they're on the way anyway, and I'm already killing the same set of mobs that I would have to kill for a grind quest, so why not? It's like a nice little way to get a side quest for this game without actually getting a side quest from like a quest giver, which I guess that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. Kind of enjoy that about it. And apparently, and I don't know what I'm doing here right now. I think I was complaining about backspace, or I was complaining about something. I don't know. The one thing I do not like about Tera though is the limitations on the backspace. It's very limiting, and I wish we would have more things in the bags, or more things we can put in the bags so that we can carry a lot more stuff. I mean, obviously this is something I'm gonna have to unlock with money as I continue, like in-game gold, but not having the ability to have gold, like have the backspace that I'm used to in other MMOs, kind of sucks to be honest. At this point, I was a little confused about the support ticket. I was trying to figure out what kind of currency this could be used for. If you know what this currency could be used for, or is it like useful to keep, or can I just toss it, then please let me know in comments below, because I know nothing about this game. I never made a character to maximum level. The maximum level character that I ever made was like level 23. It was a Slayer character, but that's about it. I never really took these games seriously, nor did I ever took time to make a let's play of it. But now that I'm making a Let's Play, I can take it a little bit more seriously and kind of get into more what this game is about and stuff. Now around here, I was trying to figure out what kind of gems to use here whatsoever, like what kind of gems I would want to use for my weapons. Which, I guess I can probably talk about the gems, what I like about them. I know this is probably not something you're used to, seeing me make a commentary over gameplay of, recorded gameplay or pre-recorded gaplay. Used to seeing like a live interactional, like a live reaction to what's going on in game. But like I said, I'm sorry that the webcam got corrupted. I tried to make a fake live reaction, but it just doesn't come good. I don't know what's happening. I don't remember what happened in the gameplay, and I can't exactly produce a natural reaction. So what's the point of faking it and just go ahead and talk about the game instead? Make a whole new other video. It's still gonna be part of Let's Play, but with non-live commentary. Regarding the upgrade system for the weapons and armor, like the gems, I think that is actually really awesome, especially if since the gems are so easy to get now, and I can start getting used to them now instead of getting used to them later. Around here I kind of started thinking I could like round all this up and do a bunch of side quests that are there that will be worth the experience. And at a certain point, I get to the like location where I can use the Gatling gun, which is one of my favorite abilities in this game. It's just looks so brutal, and most of these abilities here look just brutal, and they feel impactful. Whenever you do a hit or something, or whenever you strike an enemy, it feels like you actually make a difference because it's just so powerful and so big, and so I guess not whimsical, but very overly exaggerated for a fantasy game. Like, it's not realistic. Like, nobody's gonna run around with a giant cannon on the back and just fire off huge cannonballs at enemies. Nobody's gonna do that. But in this game, you have the ability to do so. And this is the part where I started using the Gatling gun to do the most amount of damage. The best part, my favorite part about this Gatling gun move is that I can fire away at enemies, right? Oh, sorry, adjusting myself. I can fire away at enemies, and it creates a smoke in front of me. And the funny part is like I can keep firing even though the enemy is dead, but I will not know it because there's smoke in my face. And until the smoke clears, I will continue to think, oh, maybe the enemy is there, and keep firing, which I think is actually kind of funny. The game is very entertaining, and I like the abilities that it has. Like, the abilities, they feel impactful. They feel like they actually matter, sort of. You know? Some MMOs have abilities that don't feel impactful, even though, you know, they look pretty and everything. But this game, sorry, for action MMOs, make an ability feel like it has an impact in your game and your environment, your surroundings. I think that's more important. Because, I mean, it's an action MMO for a reason. If an action MMO does not have gameplay that feels impactful, or combat or damage that feels impactful, like you feel like you're actually doing something, and you're doing like the most damage, or some sort of like reasonable damage that matters, then it's kind of difficult to kind of gauge what your character can do. Especially if the damage relates to how much in-game damage you deal. Like, the effect has to be there, and then the amount of damage your character deals has to be there as well. Otherwise, it's not going to be, you know, a nice balance of being impactful as well as viable, you know? Like, if, let's say, a pretty explosion has the prettiest explosion ever, but does, like, half the damage of what you think it's going to do, it's not going to carry that much value for your gameplay. Around here, I started kind of poking around the map and trying to figure out what other zones I could go into. I guess Stepstone Isle was something for previous level ones to do. I don't know. I don't know much about the map in this game, to be honest. I only know this one area, and then Celestial Hills. I think I've been there once, but that's about it. I know nothing else about like where I can go from there, or what the other zones can look like, what they're gonna be like, what the biomes are gonna be like, or what kind of enemies I can attack or find. And I don't know why, but in action MMOs, I have a huge inclination for fighting big enemies, right? Finding big enemies and just trying to take down the biggest boss, the biggest kahuna in the area. I don't know why, but I feel like this game, it's not in all games that I feel like I want to just take down the biggest bosses out there. But in this game, it feels more like I'm playing an action game rather than MMO, which is a very nice feeling. I know it's, you know, there's a major difference between action games and MMO games or traditional MMORPG games, but the fact that this game has so much action in it and so much like fluid combat and very, I guess, precise combat, I don't know, maybe, like I said, maybe impactful, that'd probably be a better word to use, more impactful feeling combat, it kind of like adds a cool sense to it. Like, I'm not just playing in like an action game, like a single player action game, I'm playing a game with other players, but even though I'm not really interacting with any other players right now. Which eventually, like, you know, after the grind, after the MMO grind that everybody knows about, eventually I'll want to go over and interact with players and go with them through dungeons and missions, raids, PvP, stuff like that. That'd be cool. I'd be totally down for that. Which, I don't know. Kind of, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm leveling by myself so I can play with other people later. That alone sounds dumb, does it not? I mean, I understand it's a whole, like, that's just the MMO trend. That's just what people are gonna have to do when they're playing MMOs. They're gonna have to level by themselves and grind by themselves. And since I don't really have a partner going into this Let's Play, I don't have anybody, like, you know, to have my back or somebody to socialize with. I kind of just go in and I play, and hopefully run into maybe other players in the future that are on the same channel as me, and maybe help them do a boss together or something. I don't know. That's about it. I could switch to another channel and have more play interaction, but then I don't know, maybe like they kill a boss and I can't kill him anymore. I don't know. I had problems with that before, first time when I played Tera. The more populated channels were annoying because everybody constantly took your kills, but the less populated ones felt just kind of lonely. Which I know it sounds very dumb that, like, it sounds just silly that I'm playing a multiplayer game, but I'm playing it on the channel 8, which is like the emptiest channel on the map. But I don't know, I'm more used to the single player MMO grind. As sad as it is, I'm more used to that. Even back when I played World of Warcraft, it just wasn't really, I don't know, it didn't feel. At a certain point I realized that my friends and I would just go at different paces, right? And we never end up going on the same pace. Somebody usually will always go faster, or somebody usually will always go slower, but nobody really stays on the same pace as each other. Letting the cannon fire kind of go through as, you know, as each other. Nobody really stays on the same pace. It's kind of difficult to stay on one pace because some people will get, like, you know, they'll have nothing to do. They'll get overexcited about it and they'll just want to push on and push on and push on and push on and, you know, overlap the leveling boundary or something. While others, they'll probably, you know, they have something going on. They can't grind through it or they can't keep up with the other players and then they'll be left behind. And then that's MMO in a nutshell. That's literally MMOs with your friends in a nutshell. If you want to level with your friends, you need to kind of figure out a good pacing for all of you and follow that pacing. I was trying to figure out what these weapon crates are doing, by the way. I didn't know what they were, like a quest thing that I had to pick up on later. Well, I was just running around. I don't remember this area whatsoever, even though I've been here. I remember being here before as my previous character, as my Slayer character. But I don't remember being here, like actually physically doing anything here. I remember the zone, and I sort of remember the minions and the ads. But I don't remember anything else. As sad as it is, I just don't remember anything. It's been forever since I even played Tera, so it's not like I would remember anything anyway. But yeah, just in MMOs, it's kind of difficult to keep up with people, especially if everybody is, you know, at their own pace or want to get ahead of the curve or something. That's kind of the problem with really any multiplayer games at this point. Somebody will always want to go ahead, and I think it kind of takes self-control over what you want to do for MMOs. My mind's going blank. Sorry. I just finished live streaming, and it's just, you're seeing like the real Thamriel here. I know this is the least boring, the least entertaining video out there that I've ever done on this channel. But you're seeing like the real Thamriel. I'm just sitting down, just talking my mind, honestly. Anything that comes to my mind, I just talk about it. That's all it is. And usually I would have little breaks with the gameplay, because I'm talking about the gameplay and what I'm doing in the game. But because of my mistake that I messed up with corrupting the footage, I get stuck doing this. And I still want to bring in a video. I still want to make it meaningful. I still want to have something entertaining in the video. So you're getting gameplay and me rambling on. Hopefully it's coherent enough to be entertaining. And yeah, I'm trying my best here. I will try to, in the future, work on not having this error again, because I don't know, it kind of throws me off personally. It doesn't feel natural for me to do this kind of like overlapping commentaries over gameplay. I'm used to live interaction of what is going on. right around here, by the way, I was trying to find these Reapers, which they're apparently at the bottom of the hill. I didn't know that. I was trying to find them all over the place. And I was getting frustrated because I couldn't find them, and apparently I needed to kill like 6 of them for a quest. And the worst part is, they were just like gone, absent completely. And I was like, where are they? I need to kill a couple of them. But yeah, eventually, in MMOs, it's kind of difficult to keep up with people. Which is why I started playing most of the MMOs as a single player. Not really playing with friends or anything. Because usually, one of my friends would be like, you know, staying back and like taking his time, taking sweet time, not really doing anything. Like not getting on time for certain events or whatever, so he didn't want to participate in anything. And then other people would want to go over and just go ahead, and let's say like somebody would want to get heavy into PvP, others people would want to get heavy into raiding. And then I realized that there's just pacing there's different pacing that everybody has that I will never be able to meet with my friends, because everybody has, you know, different pacing. Everybody wants to go at a different rate. So I could just either give up on it or try to stick with it, or try to maybe fix it somehow, and maybe get everybody back on track or something, so that we all could enjoy the MMO experience together. And sadly that's not the case, which is why I started branching out and playing other MMOs out there, because I wanted to kind of have something of my own out there, just something of myself. And even the worst part is, it didn't even help out with MMOs. Because at the very end of it all, I realized that I can't really do co-op games with my friends. I can't. It's just impossible. It's just absolutely impossible. Because I love my friends to death and everything, but I cannot do co-op games with them, because either A, somebody always doesn't understand what's going on. Somebody doesn't know what the goal is of the game that we're playing. B, somebody always doesn't take anything seriously whatsoever. And I mean, yeah, I understand joking around in games. I like to joke around in games. I like to mess around in games often. But at certain points, if you're trying to get a task accomplished together and it requires cooperative work, I'd rather have you be competitive than be somebody who just kind of messes around and tries to troll everybody else, you know? So it's... And a third, I guess, the fact that nobody really made time for it. That's the worst part about it. It's also a very depressing part, is that nobody really made time to do anything cooperatively together. And I realized that I can't, like, as much as I love my friends, when it comes to making co-op videos or co-op adventures or whatever, or making, just in general playing cooperative games with them, is impossible. It's going to be just absolutely impossible, because we all have our different rates and different ways we have a take on games and multiplayer games, and everybody has their own speed. And I understand that completely, but the difference between them is so drastic that it's impossible to even engage in any kind of co-op activity. Like, anything cooperative is impossible. Just no way, just impossible. It's real sad now to think about it. It's kind of depressing. Sorry about that. That's what ends up happening whenever I mess up the live recording. So I'm just speaking my mind here for now. Regardless of my friends not, you know, having the same rate or not being apt to be, you know, to work towards playing games together or really have a want to it. I'm pretty sure they have a want for it, but it just doesn't work out at the end. That's the thing. That's the only issue with it. I'm pretty sure they have a want to, like, find games so we can all cooperatively play, but everybody is on a whole different, like, on a whole different pace. It's almost impossible. But anyway, when you find something dark or something, I guess, depressing-ish on one side, you can find something to be happy about on the other end. And that is the fact that ever since I started playing all these other MMOs and stuff, I realized that there's a whole community of players out there. I was trying to complain at this point of the gameplay. I was complaining about how I have to use all 3 maps to play like the little coordinator role to figure out where the hell I gotta go and where each quest giver is gonna be at. I got a map over here, a map over there, and a map in the center that I gotta use and play like a coordinator role as well as a gunner role in order to figure out where the hell I'm going to read the maps properly. But yeah, I figure out that even if my buddies don't want to like play cooperative games or cannot physically play cooperative games together because of dumb reasons, there's a whole community of players out there that are that kind of match the same pace as I do, and it's pretty amazing. And I was actually able to find that out through YouTube, which is why I'm happy that I'm on YouTube, because otherwise I would have never known about this, like this feeling of being part of a community. And I don't really feel it with my friends, as sad as it is, but it would being able to do YouTube and being able to, I don't know, meet all these people of the, you know, the gaming community that I'm part of all these games that I play, is incredible, because I'm able to interact with all of them, and I'm able to play with a lot of them whenever I play multiplayer games. But when it comes to like playing multiplayer games, I kind of stopped doing that because of my friends. So I can partially thank my friends for getting me to not like multiplayer games anymore, but also I could thank the community that I was able to meet here on YouTube and in other games, like Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy 14, Elder Scrolls Online, and stuff like that. I'm kind of thankful that to those communities and YouTube community that I'm able to still, like, if there is a game out there, I'm able to find people that will match my pacing and be on my pace or similar to my pace or willing to even like meet the pacing that is required for a proper cooperative interaction. I don't know. I'm putting in way too much thought in the whole like playing co-op games. I mean, it's just playing games. That's all it is. At the very bottom of it all, it's like it's just playing games. That's all it is. Just a bunch of people playing games together. But with the friends that I have and the impossible schedules that I could not ever get set up with them, I don't know, it turned me off from multiplayer games completely and cooperative games completely, which is, as sad as it is just, that's just the case. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video right around here, and then the next video will be me hopefully talking about topics that are a little less depressing. Sorry for not having live interaction, but I hope this can be some sort of value when it comes to gameplay. Next week, I will make sure that the gameplay is properly recorded and live interaction camera is there. Again, thank you so much for watching the episode of Tera. My name is Tamriel. Like, subscribe, and as always, have a great day. See ya.